If a person believes in anything, it should be fulfilling one's mission in life. My grandfather always showed us how to play in tiny streams and to make things which created water currents. He taught us what a ford, a narrow body of water, is, and that is something we learned even as children.
Und das haben wir als Kind nebenbei mitbekommen.
The construction of the Aqua power joint is unique. The core consists of, among other things, various minerals and trace elements, which are encased in a special cover to allow the build-up of energy. The suspension is made of pure silver, and the interior cables form a double helix. These cables transmit the condensed energy to the water in the line. The protective covering is made from specially blown glass, which acts as a resonator and which produces a multi-vital frequency. This increases the energy, which promotes healing. The Institute for Botany at the Karl Francis University in Graz. Here, under the direction of Professor Guttenberger, the question is pursued of how stimulated and highly energized water affects the growth of plants. Beans are grown in special climate-controlled cabinets. A test crop is treated with vitalized water, while another group is treated with normal tap water. The first results of the test were amazing.
Und zwar so, dass die Pflanzen, die mit belebtem Wasser aufgezogen wurden,
the plants, which are raised on energized water, are just as big as other plants, but they show a propensity to gain weight. Roots, leaves, and even sprouts are somewhat heavier. That is not significant in itself, but it must be taken into consideration.
Aber in der Summe ist der Trend doch zu berechnen.
Were scientists surprised by this weight gain in the plants?
Doch, einigermaßen doch. Also ich habe
yes, somewhat. I didn't expect any difference, but this result did surprise me.
Oder keine Unterschiede erwartet. Aber dass dieser Trend in diese Richtung geht, das hat mich doch überrascht.
Additional research should explain the phenomenon of the heavier plants. A greenhouse near Graz. Plants here have been watered for 3 years with water treated by Aqua power joint.
We use less sprays on the plants and the blossoms bloom earlier. That is important for us because it means a shorter heating period.
Das ist auch wichtig, es ist eine kürzere Zeit zum Heizen, also es blüht dadurch besser, durch den Aqua Power Joint.
The construction of the Aqua power joint is protected by a patent, which differentiates it from other competitors. Assembly is done mainly by hand to guarantee the best possible quality. The University for Agricultural Science in Vienna is also investigating the phenomenon of energized water.
Water is the most important nutrient.
Near St. Veit an der Glan in Carinthia, Professor Leitgeb operates a scientific feeding unit. 2 groups of chicks are raised under identical conditions for 36 days. The experimental group is nourished with vitalized water, while the control group receives normal tap water. The results are surprising.
Der Unterschied besteht vor allem in der Futtereinsparung.
The main difference is the saving in feed, which averages 80 grams per animal over the test period. One has to consider that a normal feeding station raises between 20,000 and 30,000 animals. Dividing that number from 80 grams means saving tons of feed grain.
Dann kommt man also zu Tonnen an Futtereinsparung.
Energized water also means savings when it comes to swimming pools. For years, the Müller family in Graz has used fewer chemicals to maintain the water quality of their pool.
We use less chlorine or activated oxygen, and by using minimal doses, we can still maintain good water quality.
Dr. Nussmüller checks a patient using a bioresonance device. Gauging special points on the fingers provides information on the condition and functioning of the body's organs. Following the check, the patient is given a glass of water treated with Aqua power joint. Three minutes after the water is consumed, new readings are taken. The result? The readings were remarkably improved after the consumption of 1 glass of vitalized water.
One has to consider that the human body is made up of 70% water. Membranes and cells are dependent on access to suitable amounts of water. Every form of immunity is carried by this medium. When we provide the household with access to water of high quality, then the body's immune and purification systems are greatly enhanced.
Wenn wir in diesen Haushalt optimal eingreifen, also ein Wasser von einer hohen Qualität zur Verfügung stellen, dann sind alle Immunitätsvorgänge, alle Reinigungsprozesse des Körpers natürlich gesteigert.
Schools are also becoming interested in the phenomenon of energized water. A polytechnical class in Wildon participated in a national chemistry competition which studied the differences between vitalized and normal tap water. The Fink Family Inn in Edelstauden. For the last 2 years, the water here has been energized with Aqua power joint.
Previously, the shower heads were clogged and encrusted with calcium and other minerals. Now you can't detect anything. Besides that, the water is very good for drinking and is praised by our guests.
Wir kennen das Thema der Heilquellen. Wasser führt Informationen mit sich.
We all know about the subject of medicinal springs. Water carries information and substances which nourish the human body. It is exactly this effect which the water vitalization devices replicate. They influence the water in a positive way, so that they have the same, similar or even better effects on people as natural spring water.
Wirkungen auf den Menschen haben kann, wie natürliche Quellen oder auch Heilquellen.
With the Aqua power joint, they've chosen the most precious thing there is, vitalized water.